The late, great Keith Emerson, Greg Lake, and the only one who's alive, Carl Palmer, the drummer of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. They were playing at Visalia Convention Center, and 99.7 hosted a pre-concert party sound check. They did the meet and greet before the sound check. I remember going in there, and we got to hang out with the guys from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I had a laminated backstage pass. I wish I still had it. I don't know what happened to it. My dumb ass only got one autograph from the three, and the only autograph I got was from the drummer Carl Palmer, who was one of my heroes, because I, in my past life, was a drummer. And I got to meet one of the greatest drummers in rock and roll, Carl Palmer, backstage, but then also getting to meet Keith Emerson and Greg Lake and legends of rock and roll. And I was like, man, this is my first brush with celebrity. And then what was even cool was after you did the meet and greet with the band, then you got maybe you and a handful of people, like probably 20 people in this whole auditorium, got to sit in, and they did, a little, probably maybe a half-hour sound check, just, rehearsing songs. A little while later, then the concert itself, there was no opening act. It was just Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So it was kind of cool. I got to meet the band. I got to sit in on the sound check, and then got to hang out and watch the show, and then watch, the band do their thing. Keith Emerson, he didn't do the flying piano like he did at Cal Jam 74, but he was doing some crazy stuff on his piano. That was, he would jump up on the piano, he would stab it with knives and things, and then just do all this crazy stuff. One of the things that he would do was he would throw a knife into the keys, and then the keys would stick, and then he would plug in, because he had these old, I think it was like a Moog instrument or something, that he would plug in things, and all these sounds would come out and everything. And if you listen to a lot of the earlier Emerson, Lake and Palmer, it was a lot of synthesizers, keyboards, and just all this crazy stuff going on. But he was doing all that. One man doing all this stuff, jumping on this piano, doing all these things, throwing the knives. I mean, it was amazing seeing that in person, actually meeting these legends in the flesh.